Welcome to my channel, Human, Evidently, where I provide evidence-based videos on human origins, paleoanthropology, archaeology, and evolutionary science for adults. They say the best way to learn is to teach, and as an anthropology student, I have found this to be true. My presentation videos are developed from the study material I build for my undergraduate courses and scholarly sources, and can be used to supplement your own learning in high school or college level classes. This is the Intro to Primatology series. This 10-part series introduces the field of primatology through a broad examination of primate evolution, anatomy, behavior, ecology, cognition, and conservation. It is designed to provide an undergraduate level understanding of the diversity of the primate order, the methods used to study primates, and the ways primate research informs larger questions about adaptation, social life, and human evolution. Across these lectures, viewers will gain a deeper appreciation for primates as both biological organisms and critical subjects in the study of life, behavior, and our own origins. While these notes and words are my own, they are informed by the ASM 443 Primatology course at Arizona State University. I attended this class online in spring of 2026 under Dr. Ian Gilby. The ASM 443 course curriculum and materials were developed by Drs. Ian Gilby, Kevin Langer-Graber, and Joan Silk. Intro to Primatology Lecture Series, Part 4, Owl Monkeys, Pair Bonds, and Male Parental Care. Owl monkeys help clarify a common misconception that mammalian social systems can be inferred directly from mating labels such as monogamous or polygynous. Among mammals, paternal care is rare. This is one of the most durable generalizations in behavioral biology, and it follows from basic reproductive asymmetries. In mammals, females produce relatively large, energetically expensive eggs, gestate offspring internally, and lactate after birth. Males, by contrast, can potentially achieve reproductive success by investing primarily in mating effort rather than parental effort. Because of this asymmetry, mammalian males often gain more by seeking additional mates than by helping rear existing offspring. Against that backdrop, owl monkeys are remarkable. They are one of the few primates in which males provide extensive infant care, and they do so within a social system centered on long-term pair bonds. To understand why this is so unusual, it helps to distinguish proximate behavior from ultimate explanation. It is not enough to say that owl monkey fathers are attentive or affectionate. The evolutionary question is what conditions make paternal care a strategy worth favoring. In mammals, male care is most likely when three conditions converge. Paternity certainty is relatively high. Offspring are costly enough that care substantially improves survival or maternal recovery. And opportunities for additional mating are limited or not worth pursuing. Owl monkeys are small New World primates, and unlike most anthropoids, they are nocturnal or ephemeral, depending on species and population. They live in socially monogamous pairs with dependent offspring. Their ecological context matters. Pair living is often associated with female dispersion. When females are spread out across space, a male cannot easily monopolize multiple mates simultaneously. Under those conditions, guarding and assisting one mate may yield higher fitness returns than attempting to pursue several. Social monogamy, however, should not be confused with perfect sexual exclusivity. As in many pair-living animals, pair bonds structure social life, even if occasional extra-pair events occur. What matters most is that the male's expected paternity within the resident unit is high enough to make investment in infants adaptive. Owl monkey infants are also costly. Mothers bear the energetic burdens of gestation and lactation, but after birth, much of the transport burden is shifted to fathers. In many populations, males carry infants for the majority of the time, returning them to the mother mainly for nursing. Siblings may help as well, but fathers are central. This dramatically reduces the mother's postnatal workload and may improve her ability to maintain condition, forage efficiently, and reproduce. A pair bond is a stable social relationship characterized by coordinated ranging, social affiliation, mutual tolerance, territorial or spatial cooperation, and often joint defense of the unit against outsiders. In owl monkeys, the pair functions as a social and reproductive team. Their social system illustrates a broader principle in behavioral ecology. Reproductive strategies are shaped by sex-specific physiology and the spatial and ecological organization of opportunities. When the environment makes it difficult for a male to control several females, and when offspring are valuable and demanding, partner-directed investment becomes viable. The evolution of pair bonding also raises the issue of conflict. Pair living does not mean the sexes share identical interests. Males may benefit from paternity assurance, while females may benefit from male services. Both may benefit from territory defense, yet each sex may also retain incentives that the other does not fully share. Stable social monogamy evolves when enough of those interests converge. In fact, social organization, mating system, and parental system are related but distinct. A species may be socially pair-living, but not genetically monogamous in every case. A species may be socially plural, but still show strong pair-specific affiliations. What matters is the structure of association. This system also has implications for infant development. Extensive father-infant contact means that offspring grow up in a social environment in which the father is not peripheral. He is physically present, behaviorally engaged, and likely influential in regulating infant stress, movement, and social exposure. In primates, long developmental periods create rich scope for such effects. Even when lactation remains maternal, much of the infant's social world may be shaped by paternal transport and protection. More broadly, owl monkeys occupy a key comparative position in primatology. They reveal that mammalian males are not uniformly constrained to a single reproductive logic. The default expectation may be low paternal investment, but ecological and social conditions can shift the payoff structure. When they do, selection can favor males who invest heavily in offspring, rather than competing mainly through mate acquisition. This is important not only for understanding owl monkeys themselves, but also for thinking comparatively about pair bonding, paternal care, and the evolutionary roots of family organization in other primates, including humans. The main lesson is that paternal care is not a moral achievement in evolutionary terms. It is an adaptive strategy that emerges when the reproductive arithmetic changes. Owl monkeys live where female distribution, pair stability, infant costs, and paternity certainty combine to make fatherhood worthwhile in the most literal Darwinian sense. There is also a broader comparative lesson in owl monkeys for thinking about mammalian sex roles. In many species, male investment ends largely at conception because males cannot be sure of paternity and because their time is better spent searching for additional matings. When pair bonds are stable, females are difficult to monopolize in multiples, and infants impose substantial handling costs. Selection can turn males into indispensable caregivers. This means that parental systems are not peripheral features layered atop mating systems. They are part of the same evolutionary architecture. Owl monkeys additionally help distinguish social monogamy from emotional projection. Humans often hear the phrase pair bond and immediately imagine romance, fidelity, or moral commitment. In evolutionary biology, the term is more austere. It refers to a persistent social association that alters the costs and benefits of reproduction. The male remains because remaining pays. The female tolerates and often benefits from his presence because it improves offspring outcomes or territorial stability. That does not make the bond trivial. On the contrary, it makes it scientifically legible. Social attachments have evolutionary weight precisely because they influence survival, energy budgets, and reproductive success. Owl monkeys clarify one route by which paternal investment can evolve. Human males are neither uniformly like owl monkey fathers nor like entirely uninvolved mammalian males. But the comparison helps isolate the conditions under which male care becomes advantageous. Concentrated female care costs, relatively high certainty of paternity, durable association with offspring, and limited returns from wandering in search of additional mates. Owl monkeys, therefore, expand the comparative frame within which paternal behavior can be analyzed. Their nocturnal habits are also relevant. Studying nocturnal primates is methodologically challenging, and species active at night may rely on communication and spacing patterns not easily appreciated by daytime observers. That owl monkeys nevertheless maintain strong pair cohesion under these conditions reminds us that pair bonding does not depend on constant visual contact in a brightly lit, open environment. Social coordination can be maintained through movement patterns, vocal communication, and repeated use of shared space. Even in the dark, the pair remains an organized social unit. Thank you for spending this time with me on human, evidently. I hope you're leaving with a clearer understanding of the subject and a deeper curiosity about the story of life, evolution, and our place within it. Until next time, keep asking those good questions. If you want to support my channel, please consider subscribing here and on Patreon, where you can access my content for free or contribute a small donation to get your name at the end of my videos. I am working on a series of educational material for middle grade readers and 2 science fiction novels. Such endeavors are only made possible by contributions from viewers like you.